Hi guys, every Bathory album ranked from worst to best. Let's get into this. So number 8 is Destroyer of Worlds. By 2001, Quothon was definitely aware that Bathory fans either wanted to listen to the black thrash extremism of the early albums or the Viking vibes of the later albums. You can't please everyone, but Quothon attempted to please both. But in the end, he pleased neither with this well-intentioned but lackluster compromise. The first few tracks were windswept doomy vibe, but the more straight-up aggressive groove tracks were underwhelming. Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. I just wanted to share a brief quote about individualism briefly. The individualist is a man who says, "I will not run anyone's life, nor let anyone run mine. I will not rule nor be ruled. I will not be a master nor a slave. I will not sacrifice myself to anyone, nor sacrifice anyone to myself." That quote was by Anne Ryan. And the purpose of me sharing with you that quote is that we all love heavy metal. But that being said, we're not all gonna like the same albums, songs, or bands. So with that being said, please be respectful in the comments down below. I'm all for freedom of speech, but one thing I will not tolerate is abusive language. Now on with the video. At number 7, it's Blood, Fire, Death. Around the time of this release, the Bathory fanbase increased. Eye-catching title, vivid imagery, improved production that made listening to Bathory worthwhile. The intense blasting thrash of tracks like Holocaust and Bathory felt were bursting of intense thrash. What stood out about the title track was perhaps the most notable for its Viking heavy centric overtone. A Fine Day to Die and the closing title track introduced a balance of innovation and epicness. At number 6, it's Hammerheart. This was pretty much a celebration of the transition from black to Viking metal, with the arrival of crashing raves, squawking seabirds, ancient fairy chants, tumbling acoustic chords, and a ghostly choral synth. Bathory put together a mighty album with the tracks like Baptized in Fire and Ice, Father to Son, and One Road to Asabe. Number 5 is Under the Sun of the Black Mark. Quothon unleashed a black metal masterpiece that inspired a wave of black metal to follow. It contains haunted atmospherics and Quothon's advanced songwriting with earpieces like Massacre, Call from the Grave, and Chariots of Fire. Number 4 is the self-titled album. Quothon took inspiration from the likes of Venom, Slayer, Motorhead, and GBH. And Bathory's debut was an attempt to take and advance those influences in a harsh direction. The drumming was definitely aggressive, and the vocals were nothing short of blood gargling. The destructive audio songs to be found on here are Hades, Conspiracy with Satan, Armageddon, and Raising the Dead. Number 3 is Blood on Ice. This release was lively and versatile. Blood on Ice feels like a movie soundtrack for an unmade movie saga that contains so much great material. The Wood Woman really captures the magic contained on this album. And number 2 is Twilight of the Gods. Quothon's melodic vocals were fully expressed on this album, but the songs did take a softer and sadder approach compared to Hammerheart. This era of Bathory was overly focused on romantic heroism, vocally acoustic plucking, and choral chant harmonies. And because the tempos level out, it makes this album a pretty epic documentary amongst the Bathory back catalogue. And not forgetting the slightly overstretched material. Number 1 is Nordland Part 1 and 2. Originally released as 2 separate albums, but wisely repackaged as an inevitable double album. The Nordland recordings were a heart-pleasing reaffirmation of Bathory's epic skill set, with top quality production and all-around valediction of a remarkable talent. There you have it guys. Let me know in the comments down below how you would rank Bathory albums, and a link to the original list will be in the description down below. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.